Yo, yeah. Signed Unsigned 2. We'll authorize Signed Unsigned 2. Gonna start from the top. Let's play make a deal. Is the account numbers only amount? And then the answer is as vague as everyone has a job to do. Oh, such distractions. Wow, how unfashioned and disadvantaged is human society. Is the aqua world any better? Or the outer solar eclipse? Are those issues big enough to be a blimp? The catches, the gifts, definitive additions, subtracted realities. Who'd relive it? All you see is that, and all those deals, the meaning or result is a lot of sleep. Straight ahead and straightforward, put more than a simple mortgage on this. The plan, the man, over grinding, over signing decisions and signature, artsy as literature and pilgrimage. Signed Unsigned 2. One of those books that I do enjoy. Writing it was pretty fun. As well. And I don't know, what do you think? The quality was pretty decent. I think it was quite a lot. So I think that was like the first two right there that we went through. Signed Unsigned 2 was published on December 10th of 2023 in English. 18 pages was the actual page count. And Signed Unsigned 2 is the amplified sequel of a new series that speaks fluently into the world of a literary art skill the author has crafted, taking the audience into even deeper depths and leaving intense suspense. Signed Unsigned 2 furthers the quality of a high volume, right? Peace and violence seems like the same thing. Stress and pain seems like the same thing. Yeah, but can't trust you. And fall in love should not. Don't change. Be an honorable have-not. You see, in that poem right there, we was painting the picture, you know, of what a have-not might be considered, you know, or what it might feel like as a have-not, you know. I always like the picture, you know, the poor little kid in Mumbai or something like that, right? Like walking around with no shoes on his feet, you know what I'm saying, or her feet, right? And barely have clothes to wear, food to eat, you know, and like a have-not. That was kind of like the art behind that poetry, that poem right there. All right. Just the imagination. Trying to be decent, trying to be real, trying to be disrespectful, trying to steal, trying to maintain, trying to build, trying to keep something on even kill. Trying. Trying that seems like the perfect reason. Trying that, trying this, trying to cooperate, trying to plead innocent, trying to lose it all, trying to be corporate, trying to be ghetto, trying to be street, trying to be rich, trying to keep what's not yours, trying to relax, hurting sores, trying to cover hurting scars, trying to be a boss, trying to beat all the odds, trying to have your funeral, trying to have drug addictions, trying to starve you. All tries and not one perfection tries can quickly become so desperate. So you see how the imagination went so far, based off the concept of, trying. The concept was trying, right? So you see how far the imagination went in that piece, Grosswell, you know what I'm saying? Grosswell CMJ, just creating, man. They want to talk about me. I want to listen to me and just get money. Just got past sinkholes, just lived through. Tragedies turn masterpieces. Being a nice guy or the right guy, I shouldn't make such promises as such disasters were what were after me. I can live farther on and it won't ever be about who was the fastest because it's just a fast test. And we in that poem there we cited, one of the musical releases from Meatball Money, Tragedy Turned Masterpieces. So you can see how we're using the imagination, and then he was able to even incorporate some of Meatball Money's work into it. The title of his EP release, Tragedy Turned Masterpiece. Yeah, just got past sinkholes, just lived through. Tragedies turned masterpieces. Being a nice guy or the right guy, I shouldn't make such promises as such disasters were what were after me. I can live farther on, and it won't ever be about who was the fastest because it's just a fast test. Yeah, so you see where the imagination, creativity go. Blueberry muffins and margarine, always eager, even little margins of currency are forever considerable, right? So it's that 4 or 5 lines there, 4 or 5 lines, real short and brief, but I think it was, I think it hit home. I think it got straight to the point, and again, just another one of those beautiful art strokes, you know what I'm saying, with the pen. Yeah, always commending Grosswell CMJ on the work. Dodge facades like a job. Everyone wants to be this woman. This is the matrix. Everyone wants to be him. And what are you going to do if you cannot shake it? This is enough to break men, but it didn't break him. And this is more so Adult Swim. Right? So again, with the imagination, creativity, with the art, we're just playing with concepts, playing with words. And, again, this is brilliant, man. This is brilliant. This is brilliant to be able to digest Unsigned too. It's taking a reader through all kind of art poses, all kind of dilemmas, ideas, concepts, realistic stuff, and I'm sure we'll keep going. Maybe we can find some stuff that might not be as realistic or might not be realistic, but it'll still, be like real creative, real artsy. It was like designed that way, So yeah, that was pretty decent. Oh, so sweet, black magic. The clouds of joy disturb. Black, look, there we go. My first little error. Oh, so sweet, black magic. The clouds of joy disturb. Blue magic. The veins to the central nerves. The PowerPoint presentation. All agog of those who's hating. The devil who's patient is waiting. The case that went blind. Bells and bonds. Sales and wash decks. Sales and cash profits shared with officials, and then you see washed and trash, nothing but another used issue. Both hands get fed, one ends up at where before. The score, the allure, the ground zero, the smart state opposite and heavy like florid. It's so interesting in this one because it's like it's kind of creating a movie scene. You know what I'm saying? Like the actual poem itself is like it's giving you, a picture that you can actually see as if it's like, a piece of a movie scene or something like that. And that's why, to be able to digest something like that and see, you know, what Grosswell CMJ was able to do with this. I think it was beautiful. I think it was a good job. I mean, oh so sweet black magic, the clouds of joy disturb, blue magic. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was interesting how that kind of like just like a twist. You know what I'm saying? Like a twist back around. You know, and twist back around, almost like it circled itself. Oh so sweet black magic, the clouds of joy disturb, blue magic. The veins to the central nerves, the PowerPoint presentation, the gall of those who's hating, the devil whose patience is waiting, the case that went blind, bells and bonds. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just getting intense. It got real intense. And as we can see, we even discussing like the poem is discussing like the veins to the central nerve is like the PowerPoint presentation. You know what I'm saying? Like the veins to the central nerve, the PowerPoint presentation. Right? Like the vein to your central nerve is like the PowerPoint presentation to your brain type of concept, right? So it's like just going into those, you know, those different capacities of analyzing the art. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great thing to be able to do. I mean, like it's almost something that you want to sit and study. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Grosswell CMJ. I mean, considerably something that you might see on a college campus, you know? Yes, the students might study it for English, right? Or literacy. You know what I'm saying? It's I think it's that brilliant. And we'll continue. Bells and bonds, sales and wash decks, sales and cash profits shared with officials, and then you see washed and trash. Nothing but another used issue. Both hands get fed. One ends up at before. The score, the allure, the ground zero. The smart stay opposite and hurry like Florida. You know, and like the last part, like I said, it's just like it's creating that, it's illustrating that picture. It's illustrating a picture. And a lot of different ways you can look at the picture based on you know, the wording of the illustration. But again, it's being able to illustrate and write, and to be able to write an illustration is beautiful. I mean, just being able to you know, be sophisticated with the art. Justice is served. What do you deserve? And what makes things matter? What's real? What's fake? A world of all things great. All things relatable, even if it's hard to relate. Keep a face. The words I must say, these words I must play. Right? Here Grosswell is talking about these words I must say, these words I must play. Like already imagining the concept of the words that was being written would be recorded. Right? These words I must say, these words I must play. So you can see like where the author is when he's, you know, writing this piece right here. Justice is served. What do you deserve? You know, like you're the reader, you're the audience. You know what I'm saying? Is justice served? Are you getting what you deserve? Right. So it's like he's asking those questions. He's giving those angles to, you know, the art. You know, he's actually thinking about the audience. He's actually thinking about the reader. Like he actually cares. You know, CMJ, right? Grosswell. It's a decent some decent art to, you know, the strategy of the poems, the strategy of the poetry, the strategy of the literature, and whatnot. And like I said, this is decent, but you know, equal differences is a totally different thing. So that's why I like to be able to do both, to be able to, you know, go from the actual script to the actual art of writing poetry. It's literally like two different worlds and everything like that. But yeah, I think we have CMJ Grosswell, you know what I'm saying? Grosswell CMJ. You see it either way. I'll continue. How interesting is her bright pink inside of her juicy couture pants and more violent pink when she removes all the linen and makeup put her in her confidence even more. And I'm backstage, but it's just an empty room. And this is why it's so romantic. I grew up, I had to think gigantic, and all things are not perfect. And why shouldn't we still be able to stage a love scene without many nerves where she'll really love that? Notably, she won a shot. And it's a small slight to the ears to hear her being so honest. Though I'm about wise guy, vibrancy, regular like daily, of course this means control. Of course, that's not my exactly goal, but what's her actual goals, right? You see where CMJ Grosswell went with that one. He done. We can go right to the poem itself. All things not perfect, and why shouldn't we still be able to stage a love scene? You know, sign too. You know what I mean, Grosswell CMJ. He done went directly into creating his own love scene. You know, the illustration again is brilliant. It's beautiful. You know, he's describing a woman and how he feels about the actual scene that he's giving you. How interesting is her bright pink inside of her juicy couture pants, and more violent pink when she removes all the linen. You know, describing her womanhood. I grew up, I had to think gigantic. All things are not perfect, and why shouldn't we still be able to stage a love scene? You know, like the imagination creation of the poem itself is brilliant. It's just describing, you know, one that is growing up and it was not perfect, but why shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Still staging a love scene, right? So you just see where the imagination, creativity, you know, goes with the art. This is totally different from the last piece we just went over, where he's thinking about the actual audience listening to the poem, you know, reading the poem, you know, actually thinking about the person that's reading the book. All things relatable, even if it's hard to relate. Keep a face. These words I must say. These words I must play. Justice is served. What do you deserve? And what makes things matter, right? Like asking the reader questions. What's real and what's fake? A world of all things great. Like letting the reader know this is a world of all things great when you open the book up, right? What things matter to you, right? Like we done went on to the next poem, and here we see Grosswell CMJ. How interesting is her bright pink inside of her juicy couture pants, and more violent pink is when she removes all linen and makeup put her in her confidence even more. And I'm backstage, but it's just an empty room. And this is why it's so romantic. I grew up, I had to think gigantic. All things are not perfect, and why shouldn't we still be able to stage a love scene without many nerves where she'll really love that? Notably, she'd won a shot, and it's a small slight to my ears to hear her being so honest. Though I'm about wise guy vibrancy, regular, like daily. Of course, this means control. Of course, that's not my exactly goal, but what's her actual goals, right? So you just see where that go. CMJ Grosswell, you know, on an exploration to dissect a woman, right? It's a beautiful thing. Pennsylvania nights, like where's the Pennsylvania lottery? Been busy trying to find it. Never been to Chicago and never seen the Beauty and the Beast. Where was the railroad industry way back when Wyoming was a desert and cowboys were bandits and sheriffs had to manage bank robberies in the midst of the chase, horses and revolvers, and the badge that spoke to say howdy, right? Grosswell CMJ done went somewhere else. We talking about bank robberies, bandits, sheriffs with the badge, and the horse and the revolver. Young. Yeah, we talking about the railroad, you know what I'm saying? Before the railroad industry, back when Wyoming was a desert, you know what I'm saying? And cowboys were bandits, right? So, again, just the creativity, you know, the art, the imagination, the skill set, and the actual focus to the pieces. You know what I'm saying? The actual focus to the poems is magnificent. And the variety of the topic, the variety of the conversation is morning times, as of course my head is filled with many morning deliberations, as well as hers, and as well she seems intense, like she's not familiar with a pro, just her own rifle anxieties, just a common Sunday, her Nikes and black spandex with long strands. The obvious is I'm horny and she's tight. This makes everything make sense. And I don't like porn that's recorded. I'm more interested in coming for her directly, eye to eye. And I'm just an out of control boy in a candy store. Man, I'm just an out of control boy in a candy store about her clitoris alone, with hopes she wouldn't treat me wrong, with flaws I have that are right when it's not wrong. And then she stares up into gray skies, and it's just such a vibe. With her bag, she looks like my vibes. She looks like my erection, and the reason why I shouldn't gulp, the hour I shouldn't cry inside, and still I up. It's another one of those scenes of romance and dissecting something between a man and a woman. What Grosswell did there, right? Talking about the pain and the pleasure at the same time, right? She looks like my erection and the reason why I shouldn't gawk. Hour I shouldn't cry inside and still I up. Like she's so beautiful. That's why he has an erection. And the reason why I shouldn't gawk. The hour I shouldn't cry inside and I still I up. It's not always light. The days are not always better. The nights are not always restful, rather restless. In the moments of stress and anger, everything once was all so clever. Memories of childhood, days of no problems, nights of no effort, before the tattoos of life, before the tattoos of life, before the strain in those eyes that show how much time you may have or may not have misused in the heart on sleeve, the heart underneath, the one you wouldn't believe that shows all those feelings that almost displays the whole theory of how the pressures left you displeased. How the heck did you lose sleep and remain peace and lose peacefulness and rest so easily? The answers you lost in the open sea, in the murky waters way underneath, way before, way better than you can imagine if you put it up for everyone to see. And my friend has a diary, and some pages so deep, and I'd get lost in the words if I allowed it to be. But still, there are my own businesses that keep me busy with my own secrets and depths that I creep in. Hers is a bit strange and gives me puke vibes to hear it all from her sensitive side, how life came and looked, and why she never showed no one else her book. Shrimps and scallops with this sauce, and I wouldn't add much salt, rather much thought. I'm just fascinated with hunger, empty in an injured vault. Literally, all the money. I just always wanted to save, but this reality wouldn't let that be. So here and there, I kept my feet wet. No need to act needy. I was realistic about going and getting it. And all in all, I guess that's me and my ways of being greedy. But this is good, pure and honorable, in a world where no one will feed us or no one will believe us. Done lost touch. Done lost touch. Done lost trust. The value of time has to be awesome, has to be gorgeous. My dream was a fortress in Rapunzel, golden strands of hair creeping for many, many yards past her ankles, calling her, and calling her, and calling her until I might felt vanquished. Though she picks up with an angle, though her control means tangible, grabbing onto something else with more meaningful, with more meanings, fortuitous, needing all reason between herself about if, without, would it be rather farther, risk without or with, as if she needs. Feelings of nausea and over easy edge that might push the seasick like daredevil, nullify the deep fits that worried the future that I couldn't see easily, the beginning of wisdom. 4, verse 7, in that Proverbs, understanding all the slips and falls, all the gains and laws, such as a warrior in plain sight, as in a warrior in plain sight. In this area, you might feel Armageddon as if it's truly reality, as if it's truly a drastic breach of peace, days to weeks, Psalms and all the fighting, 60 with 1 through 12, finding me. Victorious is where the enemy is breached. The goal has been reached. The load had been like taking a route way too deep and still landing in zone like defense 2-3. Nevertheless, humanity is the sacred piece that is simply tug of war, and depending on humans are like dangerous reach. And depending on humans are like a dangerous reach. Rab is God, a certified guarantee, and faith without work is like hypocrisy. So salutations to the ones at the moment's notice ready to take a knee by a running gun, for what all things should be free, as the earth to me is beneath my stature and my feet. I'm willing to charge that ideal to God rather than to me. Even still, no fretting about what life should be. As an American, as an inheritance given to thee, and regardless of country or creed, could I judge one who had to take it from human to accomplish a promise far away, bigger than a greed? Pages making burgers. I love Kelly. The tongue made me toxic. Her ruby ring was a vibrant. She wants to go live with me. My setter, I deliver all pressure. She misses me more. I want to see what her and her pretty lady lover is cooking. Over me, the laughter gets deep. The drinks I reap. The heart so locked and finds herself trying to figure out how does she leave. Like she's suffocating. I take her out and she blows me kisses. Even when she's bored without me. Though everything is still great, though my work came late, she stayed like a date. Her nails on my penis, red, white, and pink. That's fine to me. While she gag on that, I'll focus on tomorrow. She always saying it's crazy when my penis in her while she's with her friend and I don't know her. Maybe I'll call her Morgan Mary. I never worry about other men. I'd rather never have to because she's never in a hurry because this is obviously too much. These boys softer than men. Like, they like boys. I work harder than I ever have to. Just me being a symbol purposefully. Splendidness with Vela. I ease pressures while she's shopping at Target. She walks, jubilant, knowing I hit her target. Poolside. Lunch with the girls. First things first, oats. Bowls and coffees, no sugars or creamers, vanilla shots. This is just my usual cardio motivated me to build a tennis club. Let's play cards on the table and see what's fable. I'm overly a hustler and overly a hitman, so every chance I damage her from the back and destroy her quads, now she look just like a princess who deserved to be on her tippy toes. The pool of our sins mesh together. The air breezes, the sun leaves us in euphorious tent. Good morning, my pool of lust, and tell me what you want. Her raw salmon over cream cheese and a trace of bread and inches of glitzy with guts. All she needs, all she can eat. Working from the same angle, determination, hunger, and ambition. I need to escape defeat, laptop, phone, or amongst the team once we meet. Shred it and I tear it. I'm grizzled, cocaine bearer, barely ever weary from a drug industry, more vibes, more fearless. We argue because she cries, she anxious to feel me hate her. I pat her back and it's gonna be okay. It's just workout time. Bent over rules. Maybe she can right her wrongs. Financing skull crushes. At the end, hoping it's cover my own woes. Put a program in place. 10 minutes of solace. 10 minutes of sprints. This sweat and the electricity erase the heat. Realistically, it's like the dilemma where one may say, I just need more. One more, being thoroughly a Dexter, never a desperate. Oh, what a world is this. See what a world we've been in, the lifestyle invested in and bought into. I look yonder and never the vision come foggy and clear. A month, really still a year. And we could argue the validity, mentally, agility, still I defend position on stiffly of if there beyond the other mirror will one still be more satisfying, better yet life-defining. Beyond the other mirror will one more be satisfying, better yet life-defining. So we see like in these pieces, man, it just pretty much is another great example of the quality that C&J, Grosswell C&J is able to produce and at a high volume as well. Sign Unsigned 2, again, check it out. You can check it out. And Sign Unsigned 1, check it out. You definitely should check out both. And again, you can compare and contrast them and see which one you like the most. But other than that, we have the Inside Contents, 10,000 AH, the Intellectual Theft, Indistinguishable Prince, Know What Is Worth, The Layman Immigrant, The New Harry Potter, Poetical Conflicto, The Value, The Increased Value, and This Is Ultimatum. And I see you over there. So you know, it's quite a few titles, man, that you know, very satisfying. If you ever need something to read, definitely check out Crossword CMJ. Again, you can get on Amazon.com and type in Charles May Jr. and then you can go under ebooks and all the titles should pop up there. You know, and if you're having an issue finding it on Amazon, you can always look on the Instagram page, @ZerBrand_, and you'll be able to see the links in there for, you know, all the different books and stuff like that, and whatever. So, yeah, have fun with that, man. And again, we got the Kindle Vella series, a few of those being published, and a few of those are actually already released. And yeah, so again, Crosswell CMJ, man, ZBM Publishing, 2024, man. You know what the fuck's going on. You're on.